Hello again, and welcome to Reading with Miss Tolliver. Today, I will be reading a book that is entitled Octopuses and Squids. This book was written by Rhodes and David Hall. This book was illustrated by David Hall. Octopuses, Squids, and Their Relatives. Chapter 1. Far below the surface of the ocean lives a mysterious sea animal. No scientists have ever seen or photographed one alive. When it is completely stretched out, this animal is almost as long as a school bus. It is the giant squid. Squids and octopuses are part of an amazing group of animals called cephalopods. Cephalopods are mollusks, distantly related to snails and clams. Turn over a little bit. They have a head with a mouth surrounded by a circle of arms. Their tongue, called a radula, is covered with tiny teeth. The bodies of the cephalopods are covered with an extra fold of skin called a mantle. It is like a bag that contains the animal's organs. Sticking out from beneath the mantle is the cephalon. The cephalon looks like a short hose. Through it, water flows in and out of the animal's body. Squids. Squids have smooth bodies that are shaped like a torpedo. They have 8 arms plus a pair of long tentacles. Their arms are lined with discs called suckers. Squids are among the fastest swimming animals in the ocean. Pygmy squids are the smallest members of the family. A fully grown adult is about the size of a honeybee. They hide from predators by attaching to the underside of a blade of seagrass. The largest family member is the giant squid. It can be up to 60 feet long. This makes it the largest invertebrate animal on Earth. Octopuses. An octopus does not have a fixed body shape like a squid. Instead, its shape changes constantly. Unlike a squid, an octopus spends most of its life on the ocean floor. An octopus has 8 arms but no tentacles like a squid. The arms surround the octopus mouth. Inside its mouth, the octopus has a hard beak like a parrot's. Chapter 2. The Intelligent Octopus. An octopus doesn't have a nose to smell with or ears to hear with. It also doesn't have any fingers. So how does this intelligent animal sense the ocean world around it? One way is with its suckers. Arms and suckers. Each octopus arm is lined with a double row of suckers. An octopus may have hundreds of suckers. It can move each one by itself the way you can move your fingers and toes. The suckers act like small suction cups. They can grip objects as well as feel them. An octopus can even use its suckers for tasting the things that it touches. Seeing underwater. Octopuses, squids, and cuttlefish have very good eyesight. On the outside, their eyes look different from a human's eyes, but on the inside, their eyes are similar to ours. Octopuses, squids, and cuttlefish are detailed pictures just as we do. Other mollusks, such as scallops and some snails, can sense only light and shadow. They often have large eyes so they can see in the dim light. For example, the giant squid has the largest eyes of any animal on Earth. Its eyes are about the size of our head. Smart cephalopods. Octopuses and cuttlefish are the most intelligent invertebrate animals. Many experiments have been done to test this idea. Some scientists believe that cuttlefish may be even more intelligent than octopuses. They communicate with one another by using hundreds of different color patterns, such as zebra patterns. These patterns are kind of a body language. The clever octopus. Octopuses are able to find their way through mazes. They can even recognize different shapes in the experiment. An octopus is given a glass jar with a tasty crab inside. Through trial and error, the octopus learns how to unscrew the lid to get at the crab. Becoming invisible. Chapter 3. Gliding along the ocean floor, an octopus seems to flow like water. It moves easily around rocks and through small openings. An octopus can make its body long and thin like a rope. It can also stretch wide open like an umbrella. It can squeeze itself into an amazingly narrow place. This ability to change shapes helps an octopus to sneak up on its prey. It also helps the octopus to escape from enemies. Because an octopus doesn't have a hard outer shell, it is a tempting meal for hungry predators. Blending in. Octopuses and their relatives are skilled at disguise or camouflage. They can change their skin color instantly. Their skin contains small sacs of different colored pigments. These sacs look like small colored dots. The dots become larger to darken skin color. They shrink to give an animal a very pale color. The colorful cuttlefish. One species of cuttlefish does not swim. Instead, it crawls along the bottom with its fins. When it is hunting, it uses camouflage to sneak up on its prey. But when it is threatened, this cuttlefish displays very bright colors. This may serve to warn predators that the cuttlefish is bad tasting or poisonous. By shooting a stream of water out through its cephalon, an octopus can quickly jet away from danger. Chapter 4. Escape tricks. Octopuses are clever at camouflage, but some predators can still locate an octopus by smell or touch. When this happens, the octopus needs to make a quick escape. Jet propulsion. Octopuses use jet propulsions to escape from danger. If you blow up a balloon and then let it go, the air you put in comes back out. While the air that escapes rapidly in one direction, the balloon shoots away in an opposite direction. Octopuses and their relatives use a similar kind of jet propulsion. They suck water into a hollow space around the outside of their bodies. When they push hard, water is forced out through the cephalon. By aiming its cephalon carefully, an octopus, squid, or cuttlefish can quickly escape in any direction. A safe home. To protect themselves from predators during the day, most octopus have a home called a den. A crack or cave in a rock or wall may become a den for a large octopus. A small octopus can hide in an empty clam shell or a coconut shell. A really tiny octopus might even hide inside of an old soda bottle. A smoke screen. If swimming away doesn't work, an octopus or a squid has one last trick. It can release black ink from its mantle. The ink is a mixture of dark pigment and mucus. It acts like a smoke screen. It can confuse a predator just long enough for the octopus to escape. Tiny but deadly. The blue-ringed octopus is just a few inches long, but it is especially deadly. Its poisonous bite disables crabs and other prey. When it is threatened, it will bite to defend itself. A person bitten by this tiny animal may become very sick or even die. The blue-ringed octopus is usually camouflaged, but when alarmed, it flashes a pattern of bright blue rings. This is a warning to others. Keep away. Octopuses and squid hunters. Most sharks and other large predators hunt during the day, but the cautious octopus waits until after dark before leaving its den to search for food. Octopuses can hunt at night by touch and smell. Searching for food. Octopuses eat bottom dwellers such as crabs, lobsters, and sea snails. They poke the tips of their arms into small openings to search for food. When it locates prey, an octopus stretches open the webbing between its arms like an umbrella. It then pounces and traps the prey beneath its body. An octopus uses its strong beak and sharp radula as weapons. The radula can be used like a saw to cut off the legs of a crab. It can also be used like a drill to make a hole in the shell of a snail. The octopus injects poison through its hole to kill its prey. Octopuses often carry prey back to their dens to eat. When an octopus has finished its meal, it places the leftover shells just outside its den. A pile of empty shells may be a clue that an octopus home is nearby. Squid hunters. Squids do not always sneak up on their prey like octopuses do. Sometimes they chase after them. A squid can swim fast enough to catch most fish. A squid captures a fish by shooting out its two long tentacles. These are designed for grabbing and holding prey. The squid then uses its sharp beak to kill the fish. Mothers and babies. Octopuses prefer to live alone. The only time one octopus interacts with another is when they mate. An octopus mates only once in its lifetime. Octopus mating. Before a female octopus lays her eggs, she must first receive sperm from the male. Most octopuses mating occur during a chance meeting between a male and female. The male octopus has a special arm used for mating. The tip is shaped like a spoon. He uses this long arm to place sperm into the egg duct opening of the female. The female octopus can store the sperm for several months. When she finally lays her eggs, the male sperm will fertilize them, tending the eggs. A female octopus may attach her eggs to the roof of her den. She must guard the eggs by night until they hatch. Usually this takes between 4 and 6 weeks. During this time, she does not leave her den, not even to hunt for food. The female uses her stiff line to gently squirt water over the eggs. This provides the eggs with an extra oxygen they need to grow. She uses her suckers to keep the eggs clean and healthy. Squid parents. Unlike octopuses, most squids are social animals. They often swim together in groups. A small squid gets a female's attention by flashing changing color patterns on his body. If another male squid comes along, he will signal the other male to stay away. The female signals back that she is ready. The male then places a small package of sperm on the outside of her body. He must stand guard to keep other males away from his mate. Given the chance, another male might remove the sperm and replace it with his own. Standing guard. The female squid lays her eggs while her mate stands guard. She attaches several white egg pods to sunken tree branches or other objects. Each pod contains about 5 to 10 fertilized eggs. Unlike an octopus, the female squid does not care for her eggs after they are laid. Octopus babies. Soon after her eggs hatch, the mother octopus dies. The baby octopuses are now on their own. They must protect themselves and begin to hunt for food. Some octopus babies live on the seafloor. Others drift into the ocean for a while. Many of the babies are eaten by other animals. Those that survive settle down on the bottom to grow quickly into adults. Deep sea vampires. If you were to travel in a deep sea vessel, you could go to one of the least explored places on Earth. These small vessels are called submersibles. They can travel thousands of feet below the surface, where ordinary submarines can't go. Some unusual cephalopods live in this dark, cold part of the ocean. One of them is called the vampire squid. A vampire escape. A vampire squid swims slowly by flapping a pair of fins like wings. It has 8 arms and 2 long thread-like limbs. These limbs help the vampire squid to sense movement from animals that it can't see in the dark. Vampire squids are named for the dark webbing between their arms. It looks like a vampire's cape. The webbing also has soft spikes that look like fangs. When threatened, a vampire squid can pull its arm back over its body and hide under the webbing. It seems to turn itself inside out. In this way, the vampire squid can disappear into the darkness. Glow-in-the-dark vampire. Like a firefly, the vampire squid can create its own light. It produces light through chemical changes within its body. The vampire squid has light organs all over its body that can flash on or off or glow for several minutes. It does not have an ink sac like other cephalopods that live close to the surface, but it can eject glow-in-the-dark mucus when it is frightened. Scientists believe that the vampire squid uses their flashing underwater lights to confuse predators. Many types of squids and other deep-sea animals also create their own light. They use their light for finding food, finding mates, and protecting themselves from predators. And this is the end of this book, which is entitled Octopuses and Squids. Well, again, I hope that you guys enjoyed this book. I certainly did. And I will see you next time on Reading with Miss Tolliver.